Hello, this is the Brad Slow One Healer Tarot 9 here on YouTube. This is a reading for Miss Tammy Cooper. I saw Miss Cooper's story early yesterday, I think. And I think, that she was murdered along with 3 of her children 20 years ago. So that would be at least 2004. So I did a storyline reading yesterday, but I went to see it wasn't on my computer. So that means I have to do it all over again. But this time it might come out a little different because I had mixed up all the cards. So I didn't know that something was going to go wrong. So that lets me know that God wants me to say something different, or extra cards going to be put in, or cards going to be taken out, or won't be in that was in yesterday, or whatever it is. Because I just can't hand pick the cards that I had, because I just don't remember all the cards I had because it was a lot. But I can say a little bit about the storyline that I can remember as far as my mind. So as far as my mind and what I remember as far as the storyline reading, the person who was at the door was one of the children's father. I don't know if it's all on father, but he's a father to one of the children, all of the children, anything like that. He's the father, right? She told the children that he was coming. She told them, the kids, that he was coming. So she knew he was coming. The thing is, I don't know if she didn't know he was going to be upset. I think that was something different. She didn't know that he was going to be upset. She knew he was coming because that came out yesterday. Get on the bus. I'm here for you. So she wasn't. She was going to be here. That mean at the house, right? Get on a bus. He got in his car because a car was in the storyline. So that mean he have a car. So he came in his car. And evidently she said she is going to be there. But she didn't know that he is going to be upset because the card came out yesterday, said that she didn't know the cause of his anger. So she didn't know he was going to be angry. She just knew he was coming. And she told the children. So it was like he was coming to visit the children. Because it said that he missed the children. He wanted to be the extension to the children. And it said the father card. So that's why I'm focusing on the father. So it was a stealing from the leader card. And it was a ranger card. A ranger mean a cop or any kind of leader. So I just don't know if it was a transport of drugs. Somebody had an addiction. So I don't know if this man had an addiction. I don't know if she used to have an addiction or anything like that. Or this man had an addiction at one point. But a theft occurred. So we had the rape card that came out yesterday. And she went to an office some kind of way. And the lawsuit card came out. So what I added it up with yesterday was she went to some kind of office agency or anything like that. And I feel she might have went for non-support. So if she didn't go for non-support, and that was the agency where it was sweet at the office, where it went good for her at her office, right? That means she went to an office, police station, or went somewhere to complain about she was raped by somebody, right? So she wanted to make some money to help as far as her children. So she had some kind of job or got some kind of job at nighttime, wherever it was, making money, whatever it was. But whatever it was, God didn't like the job. Get what I'm saying? There's a job God don't condone. So you know the jobs God wouldn't condone. Whatever kind of job it is, right? That God would not condone. Because all money is green card mean that is a job that God don't want you to have. But she is trying to bring money in her house, okay? And this was at night. So what else was it that stood out in her storyline? Yeah, she is going to be the lion to her cubs. In this storyline, it means, in her story, it means she was going to be the protector of her kids. So some kind of way she might have ran out to help her kids, because he might have went after her kids first, and she might have went out to try to help her kids, because it says she is going to be a lion to her cub. She had 3 of them, though. She is going to play her part. And we actually can turn that card around to, oh, wait a minute. Okay, let's see if, I don't know if she previously used to take drugs any kind of way, but this person, one of them, some kind of way, had an addiction at one point in their lives with pills, or it was some kind of transporting of drugs at one point in one of them's life. If it's just taking drugs, selling drugs, or just giving each other drugs, or however it's flowing, or giving somebody else drugs, or however it's going. Anything like that. Either or, however it was. Okay, so, because it was an addiction. So it's a theft card. So if she stole from whoever, so God might be calling this man here a leader, right? Him, the leader, right? So he a father. If he sold drugs, he a drug dealer, right? If he not, unless he have a company or something like that, and she stole from his company, right? So God will be talking about him, I guess. If not him, it's somebody else. I saw the ranger card, and we know a ranger is a cop. So she stole from, if she did any stealing, she stole from this man, I guess, right? But if he did any stealing from her, he stole her life and her children's life. Get what I just said, right? So if she did any stealing, it would be money or pills, right? Some kind of drug. If she was stolen from, it would be if she was raped by somebody, whoever it may be, a ranger, a cop, this man or whoever, that means stolen. That means it was a theft if she was raped, right, in her life by somebody. The second theft would be her life being taken and her children being taken if it was done to her. Well, it was done to her because her life was taken and her children, so she was stolen from. But if she did any kind of stealing and this person was upset because of that, it would be money or some kind of drug. Get what I just said, right? So it looked like I said, she could have went to an office for non-support, and she was happy about that because she needed more help as far as taking care of the children, and she got some kind of job herself at nighttime to try to add to the household to be able to take care of children. And he could have been mad about that because sometimes people be mad when you go for non-support, or somebody wanted to love her in secret some kind of way, and that could have been this man here, the father of her children, wanted to move in with her or something like that, or just wanted to love her in secret, or a cop, or just some man out there, whoever it might have been, okay, a boss or anybody, but somebody who was attached to somebody, married or unmarried, the person was attached, okay, but whoever the person is also was a gay person, wanted her to get closer to a gay person, gay female. So it might have been where this man, whoever he is, so if he didn't want her to get closer to a gay female, she was gay, and he wanted to get closer to her. Get what I'm saying? Right? So let's just see how this going. I'm going to see how it goes this time around, because it was a lot coming out in that storyline yesterday. So I'm just trying to see for sure, because yesterday it said he's going to say he's sorry. His name going to be on letterhead. He guilty as charged. He's going to say he's sorry, but he really meant to do what he done. And it said that he's going to get arrested. And it has that he's going to reside in front of a judge. Some kind of way back then, before she was murdered, whenever it was before then, she was going to take this man to court or somebody to court. Maybe somebody for raping her or this man in general here, right? If not with him with child support, that would be where God says, she wanted to know from God, does she need to prosecute? So if it's child support, God was saying, yeah, go take him to child support, because I see the lawsuit card. If it's her being raped by a cop or by a boss or somebody, God, did she need to prosecute? God was telling her, yes, she is the star and she was the light. The person did not matter. Go prosecute. And it was going to be a lawsuit if it was a cop or a boss. Get what I just said? If it was the father of her children, as far as non-support, he might didn't like that. If he come move in with her, he could get her to drop it. Get what I'm saying? You move in, then you can just drop the non-support. Ain't got to worry about that. But he wanted to know if she did something or will she do something. So maybe if it's non-support, he want her to drop it. She not going with it or something like that. Or if it's not that, some kind of drugs might have been involved that got stolen at one point in time, or money, and he was coming for her because of one of those things. Because ducking wouldn't help her. He was mad. And it said on a video that I heard yesterday that somebody was banging at the door, and evidently the person was upset. But God said, did she play a part in what happened to her? And she did by opening up the door. Because she didn't know that this person would do what the person did to her. That's why she opened up the door. Or she just was afraid of the person. It'd have been good if she called the cops while he was banging at the door and just let him kick the door in instead of her opening it up. She would have had a better chance not opening her door. Because this man was a monster. A pure monster, full of hatred. He killed her and the children also. So if it was non-support, he killed the children because he wasn't trying to pay non-support. And also he didn't want them to be a witness. So if he went after the children first, seemed like here, because they was the problem as far as he was concerned. And then he went after her. So let's just see how it come out this time. Let's just see, universe, for Miss Tammy Cooper. Universe, you know all about Miss Tammy Cooper. First card for Miss Tammy. This father, this man, Butch as he was called, I feel that's his nickname. So he has a real name. My brother, I had my oldest brother, one of my brothers, my oldest brother, his name is Butch. Well, he died, but his name was Butch. But my oldest brother got what you call a real name. That's what you call, that's not even my brother's middle name. That's a nickname. I guess my grandma gave to him or something. Because that's not his real name. That's not his first or middle name. Right? As far as his real name. So I feel this is a nickname for this person, Butch, right? The thing is finding out what his real name is. So on the children's birth certificate, if she listed the person's name, his name should be on the birth certificate. If she listed it. And I hope she did, because that will help the police find out who murdered her and her children. There's no reason to hold back on writing down the father's names and things like that, because you're not. A lot of times ladies think they doing the men a favor and helping the men out or whatever, but when it's all over with, they don't care nothing about you. And this man right here was a prime example. He didn't have a connection with his kids. Evidently, he didn't even want his kids, because he showed he didn't want his kids off of what he done. And he didn't care about her either. Okay? So the first card is he had something on the skin, or Miss Cooper did. Whatever. Moles, bumps, freckles, dimples, burns, gunshot wounds, eczema, anything. Something's on the skin of him or Miss Cooper. Second card. He washed his hands on an African American, and he did. He murdered her. Okay, next one. Taper it. Okay, where was this at? Texas. He went to Texas, right? Next one. He felt she was toying with him and she walked away, so she might have left town. She might have left him wherever he was at, or inside the house he felt like she was toying with him. Next one. He was a random rider and he put her on exhibit. So he came randomly from where he lived at, riding in his car, and he got to her house and he put her on exhibit. Fussed her out or whatever, and then he had her laying down wherever he had her laying down. Murdered on exhibit. Get what the card is saying for the storyline. So, let's see what this one. A queen demand respect. She demand respect and she need to stay on her throne, or she might was sticking to her word, whatever it was she was saying. She need to look around the corner, pay attention to the details and flaws. And this storyline is simply mean she needed to listen real good to what he was saying, but I feel God didn't want her to open the door. She was an earth angel person, a person God wanted to be here to help the earth, to help the world. Okay, so God wanted her to pay attention to the details and flaws. If he is banging at the door, Miss Cooper, don't open the door. Look around the corner. So look around the corner. She could have peeked out her window at him. Okay, so let's just see the next card. That one jumping up. What is this? Okay. She was chewing on luxurious, living a better life some kind of way. Okay, here is the lawsuit card. So in this storyline, the lawsuit card is going to stand for maybe she was trying to get non-support, or she was trying to get a job. Let's just see, because I can't hear this keep ringing. I need to put it upstairs because I can't keep stopping. Not this time. Bear with me for a minute. Okay, let's just see. Universe, you know all about it. Next one is, why did she mention her ex? She gave him a lot of power. Because God said it was her turn. It's your turn, Miss Cooper. Or she felt herself it was her turn. She is smelling a scent. The scent of what? Success. Success as far as getting a job or making things better in her life. Anything like that. The next one is she is analyzing something. We got number 16 or 61. I don't know how old that man would be. Would he be 61? I just don't know. Let's just flow. We got 6 in the number 1 or the number 7. So we have right here that she had a history with him. The children's father, one of the children's father, whoever he is. He made her walk into her destiny. Also, her children. He made that happen. She was adorable. Being different just means she stood out. So it was something about her that stood out. I don't know. Maybe in this storyline it just means she wasn't giving in to him, okay? Or she just looked a certain way. I just don't know. Okay? So we have right here that this is the laying down for money card. So it's like he might wanted to move in. He might wanted to give her some money for her to have some romance with her, or God just telling her with this card, just to let him know what it's going to be and what it's not going to be. So he moved on it fast and committed manslaughter against Miss Cooper and her children. Okay? So, wanted to get closer to a gay girl. So, it's coming behind that. So, I feel that some kind of way Miss Cooper was gay some kind of way because, let's see. Yeah. Because she is distant from him and he was a score loser. Okay, let's flow. He is banking on her that she is easy. Okay, so he sell drugs some kind of way. Because we got the Kingster card. That's a drug card. It could be any leader, but we dealing with the father because that's who this is. He wanted to supersize, and he wanted, I feel, to hook her on. He wanted to hook her on. Get what I'm saying? He wanted her to help him some kind of way. So if we take it another way and turn it around, we're going to have Miss Cooper was dealing with the Kingster, and that still is this father of her children. A man who sold pills some kind of way. Him. She wanted to supersize with him, and that would be for her. She might have took him to non-support. That means to get some money out of him. Okay? So here's back to back is money. It's evident. It's about regular money. See, we go money. Okay? So we got money a lot back. Okay, God wanted her to speak to the millions. God's words, though. Okay, she on the internet, so she's speaking to the millions, whoever hear her story. He wanted her to, he communicated with this card, communicate. He communicated and wanted her to fight for this love. He wanted her to either sell some kind of drugs with him, let him move in, sell some drugs with him, or don't take him to non-support, take him off, anything like that. He wanted her to fight for this love so we can get back together, anything like that. He was knowing she was loose, she was easy. He felt he can kind of pull her back in, rein her in, but she wasn't giving in, seemed like. So we have, she wanted to be treated equal and fair, but he might have felt like he wasn't being treated equal and fair because she wasn't giving in. He wanted to laugh at the oldies, laugh at the oldies. Let's do it all together as a family. Okay, the next one is she had brown eyes. She said, I can't do it, I won't do it, no, anything like that. So we have, he wanted her to be already available. And she did say, I'm sure, because the card yesterday was, he was getting on a bus, but he had a car, because the car came out. So he got in his car and he came down to where she lived. And she told the children that he was coming. She told them that he was coming. But the card says that the card changes around, right? I had to turn it around. She told, he didn't. He told her that he was coming. But the card says he told them that he was coming. So I got to change it. She told them, her kids, that he was coming, their father. So we have right here that she is going to be already available for him to come. And he said, are you going to be there? And she said, yeah, I'm sure I'm going to be there. Because the other side of the card I have yesterday says, I'm here for you. So that means I'm going to be in the house, right? So I got to make it where she said, yeah, I'm going to be in the house. I'm sure I'm going to be in the house. Anything like that. So we have, she was expecting nothing less than the best. And she's going to spell it out to him, right? Let's just see with this one. So there's some childhood healing that was needed. We got number 10. Something could happen with October. So we have, she had to play ball with her life in the best ways. Herself, change up her life. She had to make all the necessary changes, and I feel she was doing that. So he might hadn't seen her in a while, so he is focused on her sexuality. So we have right here, he wanted to get ecstatic, or he was getting ecstatic because he was focused on her sexuality. Okay, caution. This is her card. She had a builder path. Okay, let's just get something over here. See, here's the card. I see it right here. It says, get on the bus. What his name, Butch, right? Get on the bus, Butch, right? I'm here for you. That's what the card says. It says Stemmy, but I gotta put his name. Since I heard on the video that his name is Butch, I'm gonna say Butch. Get on the bus, Butch. And this would be Miss Cooper. I'm here for you, right? So he said he was coming to Miss Cooper, and she told her children, he is coming. She told them he's coming. So he got in his car because the car card came out yesterday. So he got in his car, and the car card is a bad car. It mean anybody in it is negative. So just that card coming out let me know he was mad. He was angry. He was bad news. She didn't know he was bad news though. She didn't know things was going to turn out ugly like this, because on the table it said she didn't know the cause of his anger. He used to her being a certain kind of way, and it wasn't happening like that. Like I said, it could be non-support. He might want her to sell drugs. If she sold drugs for him before, he might want her to sell drugs. He might want her to take drugs. He might was mad if she took him to non-support. He might be one that raped her before, or like I say, a cop raped her, or a boss raped her. Some kind of way, I feel the real rape. She was actually maybe raped for real, actually raped. So we have what is the other one? Yeah, or if she did any stealing from a boss, from a cop, or from him, right? So the stealing would be money or drugs if she stole anything from him, or from a cop, or from her boss. Get what I'm saying? If her boss, a cop, or he stole anything, I told you, if it's a boss, that means a rape, or just didn't give her money if it's a boss. If it's a cop, it simply means cheating. If it's a cop, it would be a rape, period, I guess, right? But if it's this man here, it would be, I guess, a rape or anything like that. So let's just leave that alone, because I feel like I'm getting mixed up a little bit, saying things, twisting it all over the place. So let's see. All about it, thank you. So we got the gay card again. Somebody been gay since their childhood. Her, Miss Cooper, or this man, this father of her child, right? Are you a man or are you a woman? Okay. So she is thinking about God in the back of her mind. Okay. He wanted to checkmate with Miss Cooper. I don't know her sign, but it says Sage on the card, but whatever her sign is, she was adventurous. Whatever her sign is, she was adventurous, right? If it's not a Sagittarius. So what he did was put her in a funeral home. That is true, because this card say the funeral home. When you don't treat the body like the jewel it is, you end up in a place that holds bodies, and that is the funeral home. He put her in a funeral home because he wanted to checkmate with her, but he wasn't getting a checkmate. The other meaning for this card, maybe, I don't know, do we live in New York? Where did, I don't know, it don't have to be New York, but anyway, he needed treatment, because the other meaning for this card means somebody going in treatment. Bread was required for justice to be well served. So if she stole from him some kind of way, back then or whenever, some kind of way, he was coming because she owed him money. And he felt just as well served, that what he did to her is just as well served, because she owed him money or anything like that if she stole from him, right? I'm ruling out her boss and the cops as far as this right here is the children's father, whoever he is. So she felt just as well served if she went to an agency to file for non-support, because bread is required to take care of her children. He wanted her to justify that she cared with him. So he is opinionized if she is work worthy. So he might want her to sell drugs, or will she go along with what he wanted? And that might be, if she filed for non-support, he wanted her to do the work and stop it. Or will she go to court really? Because here's the time card. A time was mentioned, and was checked to see if she's work worthy. Let's just go a little bit. See, this is like a pill card too. So So the next one is she is going to be herself. So we have a treatment card. Somebody going down the hall for treatment because pill drop effect, her or him, right? He was jacking her up for money, trying to get money out of her, or just jacking her up as far as fighting or whatever he was doing. Because yesterday the card came out that she is trying to stop him from taking off her clothing or getting money from her. So he might was grabbing on her clothes because he might have been fighting her. Instead of taking off her clothes, he might have been fighting, so he's grabbing on her clothes maybe. She had to start to love herself, God says right here. So empty thoughts was in her mind or in his mind while time was going by. So let's just see. Because yesterday the storyline said that he wanted to be the extension to his children and he missed his children. He might wanted to buy them ice cream and stuff like that. So I see on the top right here, I miss you. I miss you. Let me see the other side. Pick me. He wanted her to pick him, take him back, anything like that. But he abused his power with this next card. Temporarily, he abused his power with Miss Cooper. She pinpointed the problem, and she is a change shifter. He wanted her to chew on it for me. Think about something she heard before, whatever it was. She heard it before. She really didn't want to think about whatever it was. Okay. She had to ask herself why she even, why did she even stick with something? Forcing herself to cope with the pain, maybe dealing with this child's father, or not getting child support, or a job, or whatever this is. Let's see. I might separate them this time, as far as maybe a job and her some kind of way she had a job. Let me separate it for a minute so I can kind of keep track. Let's just see for a minute. Let me separate it for a minute as far as a job, because she had a job at night. So I won't, let's put this here. Success come in many colors. Bread was required. She needed to have a job, so she is going to work some kind of way at night. Okay, we're going to make this card her boss. She needed her boss to hire her. Let's just flow. Let's just see. Okay. I don't know who her boss was, right? So I'm going to put this card up here anyway, because sometimes bosses, they be all in your business. I'm going to say he is fixated on her sexuality. She is a stag, maybe getting a job. Okay, so let's just see here. Okay, so we have right here, maybe her boss was a little flirty. So we're going to have right here, he was opinionized though. Is she work worthy? Can she do the job? So she checked the time. This is her boss now, right? And it was mentioned. Okay, let's just see. I'm trying to separate it a little bit for a boss. Okay, the boss was banking on her to get to work because she seemed like she is easy, nice, or anything like that. She had to proceed with caution because she had to build a path. That means to get the job done. Okay. So if it's her boss jacking her up for money, that means not paying her all of her money. Right? But she had to start to love herself. And she is going to be herself. Maybe she like birds. Okay? Let's just say, take it that way to her boss for a minute. She's chewing on luxurious. That means making money at work to take care of her kids. She had to look around the corner and pay attention to details and flaws and see if she is being followed or whatever was going on. God talking about right there. She had to give her self-respect and demand it from her boss. Let's just flow. So I'm just going to boss for a minute to get that out the way, because I got to take it more than one way. Okay? Okay. So if her boss didn't give her the right money to her any kind of way, he temporarily abused his power, and she might have to take him to court. Or if he was fixated on her sexuality, and that would be sexual harassment, she might have took him to court. Get what I just said? Because yesterday the prosecute card came out. And God says anytime that card come out, prosecute whoever it is. So if her boss says something out the way to her too many times, she needed to go to court about him and take out a lawsuit. So this is this row that you hear me saying. So this would be work if there's anything as far as work. So the focus stand over here still with this children's father, right? So which one I think the card go with, I'm going to put it whichever direction, okay? So we have this next card. Her child's father, he was standing front and center. We got 502, could go with anything. Part of his license, part of something of hers, social, phone number, anything, okay? Okay, I see the murder card. Okay, she is willing to do something because of fear and force. She had no choice. So if she was raped in her life some kind of way, she was forced. Okay? If she was murdered, she was forced because she didn't make herself be murdered. It was forced on her, right? Okay, so let's just leave that in the middle. She had intentions of a maid's life one time in her life, whenever it was, but God said she is a flower. She got to grow into that flower, right? She had to. She was a mother, like this card said. He needed to be appreciative and try to appreciate her because she was a mother. This card is in big red letters, capital MOTHER. He needed to appreciate that, but he didn't. As far as her job over here, her boss needed to appreciate that she is a mother and see that she just was there to take care of her kids and make money because temporarily he abused his power. Follow me? So we have right here that God said that when she down, she needed to read a book, and that would be the Bible, right? Let's put that there. So we have right here that she had to let it be her decision, either to brush herself off and let bygones be bygones as far as her children's father, as far as something he did to her, or something her boss did to her, okay? She is going to be sharing in a support group as far as if she was raped or if she was going to non-support some kind of way to get some money or if she is taking her boss to court. Follow me? So we have right here the murder card, capital M-U-R-D-E-R-E-D. Can it be like it was before the relationship was murdered? The father wanted to know of these kids. He wanted things to be like it used to be because he was a score loser because she got distant from this man. Okay, the boss wanted things to be like it was before it got a little ugly with the boss, where she might have to take him to get a lawsuit against him because of him flirting, focused on her sexuality. Follow me? So we have right here that her eyes lied about a connection that she had with her child's father. It wasn't what she wanted it to be. Or it wasn't what she thought it was. Because I don't think she thought he was capable of murder. So her eyes lied. When she saw him abusing and murdering her children, her eyes lied. She couldn't believe, get what I'm saying? She didn't know that this man was capable of this. She might have saw him get mad before, but maybe she didn't know he would go to this extent. Okay, over here as far as work. Her eyes lied as far as connection, as far as her boss, because, strike that, her eyes didn't lie as far as her boss because he was flirting. So she saw just what he was doing. So I had to turn the card. So we have that she was tattered and she needed a miracle. And her children needed one because of what the husband did. I mean, not the husband. I'm sorry, he wasn't the husband. The children's father. So we had this card at the bottom. Attempts to find my mother. So I feel this man attacked the children first. Because he is this card here. This even can be a card for Miss Cooper too, but let me go with the children. Attempts to find my mother is senseless. She might have been in another room, period, from the kids some kind of way. Because if the children attempts, I can't get to find my mother, I can't get to my mommy to help me. Get what I'm saying? It's senseless. I can't find my mommy. I can't get to her. I'm trapped, anything like that. It's senseless. Attempts to find her because she is in another room and they was overpowered. So if this card go with Miss Cooper wanted her own mother at the time. It's senseless to find my mother. I need my mother's love. I need my mother to help me. Get what I'm saying? Okay. So this father of the children wanted to get sky high and express everything he needed to do. Strike this. This is the wrong card. This is Miss Cooper. She wanted to get sky high and express everything needed to get to where she wanted to get in life. And that is have a job, change her life around or whatever. Get away from whoever she need to get away from or whatever. So some sharp words. With the boss some kind of way. Where he wanted to, I guess, he had switched up on her some kind of way maybe. Over here with the children's father, it was sharp words. He had switched up. So on the phone, he sounded pretty good whenever she talked to him. But then when he got there, it was a whole different story. She is being deceived by her boss, a person of service, because he was flirting the boss over here, where she is going to do a lawsuit. Follow me? Sexual harassment. Over here, as far as the children's father, he was a person of service. And for him being a person of service, he the children's father. A father is supposed to serve the kids, take care of them. The father is responsible for the children. Right? He wasn't her man, as far as I know of. He wanted to be our man again. He wasn't her man. Right? He was the children's father. I feel she had accepted the children's father. Those youngest kids, I think that those belong to him. Right? Those ones there, maybe, if all of them wasn't his. I don't know, but the last father of her kids, this goes with him. He deceived his kids. He deceived his kids. The children was being deceived. They didn't know when he came that he was going to do anything bad to them. They was being deceived, and also she was. But I think really, he was mad when he came, but he needed her to kind of go along with the program once he got in there and say whatever he wanted her to say, or whatever it was to fix something, but it wasn't going like he wanted. Or it just couldn't be, what I'm trying to say, it couldn't be fixed. I'm saying the words wrong. So we have with this one, this card is the actions of the children's father, because that's who this person is. Do the actions of the children's father, this murderer, him, do the actions of Miss Cooper, whatever she did to him, he feel, taking a non-support, steal his money, steal drugs, or taking the court for rape, or whatever he feel she did, tell his other half he had somebody, or whatever he feel like she did, whatever he feel she did that warrant, even if she ain't even want him back, didn't want him to move in with her, or whatever it was, did it warrant what he did to her? Get what God's saying? Did it warrant him killing her and killing her 3 kids? That's what God's saying with this card. And I'm telling you no. Okay? So we have right here, she was stunning. So she was, right? So the children's father looked at her as easy because she's a lone wolf. She didn't have no man to protect her. She's a lone wolf. Just there with her kids. She ain't had nobody. Even down to her boss, he looked at her as easy. She needed a job. She got kids. She needed a job. Maybe I can get away with flirting with her and give her some money on the side or whatever. Because she needs the job. So we got right here, she is willing to do something because of paying force. And that might be hold on to the job with this boss because she needed money to take care of her kids. So we have over here with this father, children's father of hers, wanting her to brush herself off, forget about whatever he might have did wrong or whatever. She had to let it be her decision. Because she's staying in a support group that would be court, work, some group of people. Okay, she's in a beautiful state. That's Texas, right? She is a foreigner, or he was a foreigner in a beautiful state. We got energy. So he had a lot of energy. We got the colors red, the colors yellow, right? She might like, he might like. We got 31, 13, number 4, number 1, number 3. Numbers could be part of license, door number, birthday, social, or whatever, phone number. Got number 12, could be part of anything. Number 14, number 43, 41, 31, 34, 32, 21, 24, 23. Okay? Next one is, he is going to go get his. Go get what? His feelings. Because he is in his feelings. Because it was said on a video yesterday that I heard that he was banging at the door or something. So it seemed like he is good and hot. So he is going to go get his feelings. He is going to go get her because he is mad about what? We just don't know. Because God says, okay, 1:30. It's 1:30. So maybe some kind of way he's at her house at 1:30. But anyway, I don't know what he was so mad about. He was doing some thinking. He is going to do what it needed to take to get to where he needed to go. He is in his feelings. But she is going to do what she needed to do. So if she wanted to get a better life, take care of her kids, and just get away from negative or whatever, she is going to get a job, take care of her kids, and drop any man or anybody who bring her life down, that bring negative to her. But he was going to do whatever it was to make things happen for him. So she was going to take him to court for anything he wanted that to come to a halt. Okay? Or he wanted to just move in her house, period. If he could move in, that would stop the child support. If it was he raped her some kind of way, she's going to court for that. Or if he wanted her to sell drugs, or some kind of way he feels she stole something from him, drugs or money, or feel like she trying to get his money for child support, or whatever this man was even mad about, or he just wanted her back, period, and just wanted to use her up, or whatever this is, right? So let's just see. Okay, here the addiction card. Told you. Get help for the addiction. So we back with the addiction. Yesterday I told you it came out. Okay. At one point she might have had an addiction, and she got away from him, and she went in treatment to get her life together or something like that. So if she never had no addiction and never was on drugs or any of that, we got to put it with whoever he is, that he need to get help for an addiction. And maybe at first she is protecting him when she is hooked to him back then, and she is just putting up with it, maybe. Anything like that? Okay? Or we can take the card is that he have an addiction he needed to get help for, and she needed protection from him at that date when he did this to her, but wasn't no one there to protect her. Because here, this came out yesterday too. He felt restricted. He had no way out, but God said he need to apologize for what he did. So if he felt he had no way out, so is it non-support? He felt like he owed a lot of non-support, or he was going to jail. Is it some drug dealer that's owed, money is owed that he feels she stole and he need the money back or whatever by a certain date, or whatever this is? Or he raped her some kind of way back then and she is going to get him in trouble when he go to court and go to jail. And then we got the boss over here, a lawsuit. But I still don't really want to put the boss as far as this murder. It need to stay with this man because it says that she had a history with the person. And a history means history. It don't mean anything is history. Yesterday was my history. Get what I'm saying? Yesterday, not 6 years back, but yesterday. Anything behind us is our history. But this right here I know is the father. So I want to focus on him a lot as far as that because, okay, cover that emotion. So what? He covered that emotion. Get what I just said. Get what I just said. Listen to these cards. He needed to get help for his addiction. She wasn't having protection from him because he felt like he was restricted. He had no way out, and he did what he did, and that was murder Miss Cooper and her children. But God said he need to apologize. And here's the next card. He looked at things as, so what? I'm going to cover that emotion. I don't care anything about she a woman, she a mother. I don't care nothing about these children or they got feelings. Okay? Let's see the next card. We're a couple for more than just sex. So I'm going to turn it around. We're a couple more than for just being parents. He wanted some romance. This man, he wanted to get back together or anything like that. But she wasn't trying to make it like that. Here's the blister card. And yesterday the HIV card came out. So you see, I'm saying a blister card, right? Blister because that's what's on there. That just means you got a sexual issue, whatever it is, right? But yesterday the HIV card came out. So whoever this man is, he got HIV. Whoever he is, right? Whoa. Okay, it was harvest time. You know what I mean? So for Miss Cooper, it was harvest time for her as far as her making money at work, being able to take care of kids. But as far as the father of the children, it was harvest time for him because he felt like he was going to move in maybe with her some kind of way. Might drag her backwards though, because if he had her selling pills or wanted her to sell pills or whatever he wanted to do, that was going to drag her backwards. That was going to be something that she didn't need in her life, but he felt like maybe he could make him some money, make him a harvest. But if it had anything to do with non-support, he still feel like it's a harvest because that means he don't have to put out the money he would have to put out because he living with his kids. Or harvest period that he don't have to go to jail for raping if he did anything like that or for non-support. So the next one is he needed to put the brakes on, God says. Put the brakes on things, God told him, right? Wanted him to do because he didn't look at the children's lives and Miss Cooper's lives as being a harvest because their life was a harvest. Get what I'm saying? We grow every year. We get another age every year. It's called a harvest. They steady growing. The children grew every year. They got bigger, 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 older, older, older. Just like our food grow in the garden, just like the flowers. He didn't look at none of that. He covered every emotion he had. It was complicated for him to show her good, show her love, and show the children love or good. He showed in his actions at the end that he didn't care anything about her. So I'm so glad that she didn't take him back. Okay. She had to see what was right for her, and he wasn't right for her. She had to see what was right in front of her. It's like that. She had to see what was right in front of you, let's say, right? She had to see what was right in front of you. So this God talking to her, right? So I'm trying to say it. I'm going to try to say it the way God's saying it. See what's right in front of you, Miss Cooper. See what is right for you, Miss Cooper. Get what I'm saying? So when he said he wanted to come, and men good at that, talking about they want to come see their kids. They want to come see their kids to try to control your life. And when she said yeah to it and let him come, that was her downfall. Because they always say the children belong to them and all this nonsense. But then they barely want to get the children a slice of bread. But they always talk about the child is dead. You can't keep them from their children and all this kind of nonsense. This is one day I wish she didn't even let that man come down. I really wish he didn't even know her address. So I think when you move somewhere else, the other parent got to know where you live at. I think that's where the downfall at with the system. If it's somebody who mean you no good, they have to know where you live at. And that mean with this man, look what he did. In this case, he didn't need to know where she lived at, because look what it caused. Okay. Next card is book an appointment. Was he really worth it? So we're going to put it with either Miss, because she went to an office with the cards yesterday. I don't know if it's going to come out today. She went to an office some kind of way. She went for her boss as far as going to sue him for a lawsuit, or she went for a rape some kind of way in her life by a cop or by this man here, the child's father, or she just went to child support to get money, right? And it says on the other side, was he worth it? Any of these people, right? You hear me saying, right? So I'm not selfish because I want a whole man. This means you don't want a man who gay, you don't want a man who cheating, and you don't want a man that's not working. Get what I just said? So she wasn't selfish because she should be able to decide what kind of man she wanted in her life. She is being considerate of her partner, the person who's supposed to have been her partner. Okay? So if I take it over to her boss, she don't want a boss who cheating her out of her money. Not cheating in love, cheating her out of her money. And she don't want him flirting with her. Get what I'm saying, okay? So let's just see if I can bring this to an end. Universe, bring the cards out. She had to deal with what was on her plate and throw away the scraps because she was in limbo right here. This is the change of address card where you're not sure where you're going to be going at. So she was going to move because I saw the loafing around card yesterday. Stop loafing around. When God says stop loafing around and change house, that means get out of there. Get what I'm saying? It's like God telling us, if God said, the brass loved one, get out of there. I could be running late for going to appointment somewhere, and God said, get moving along. Because you running late or whatever. Or it could be something else, you somewhere standing and you don't even know trouble lurking, but God know it. God might nudge you and say something in your mind. Go down the street. You go down the street and you miss a gunshot. Get what I'm saying? That would have been yours if you would have stayed standing there. I'm just trying to use examples here. Yesterday a card came out where God says stop loafing around. Change house. And here we got another card about changing house. So God might have wanted her to move. Well, she was thinking about moving, but she was hesitating or whatever was going on here. Because she is dealing with somebody who wasn't loyal. And that would be this child's father who came banging at her door. Or she might did change house and come here, and this man he found out where she was, because in the court system, you might don't tell a person the address, but they can find out some kind of way because they're supposed to know where their children are. That's their right. Even though, like I said, some of them don't even want to give their child a piece of bread. Okay, she had to allow life to follow her only to the best places. So she moved where she moved at, right? But right then, God wanted her to move somewhere else because this car coming behind it allowed life to follow you, Miss Cooper, to the best places. And right there wasn't the best place because this man was coming, right? She is being essential by Cooper. Oh, come on. I can't get my stuff done. Wait a minute. So, this is the remainder of the reading for Miss Tammy Cooper. Let's just see. So far, it looks like the father of the children. And let me hear something as far as the boss, whoever her boss was. Okay? So let me just take some more and hopefully I can finish it up. Somebody wasn't valuing her boss at one point, and definitely not the children's father, okay? So somebody was good and mad while walking inside or outside. So as far as her boss at one point, her boss was good and mad with her while walking inside the job or outside the job. Her children's father was walking outside of the house or inside of the house, good and mad. We already know he was mad outside because it was said that he was banging at the door, okay? Next card is, she said okay when she knew she really didn't want to. She needed to learn to fight her battles. So right here, I got to turn it around. She said okay. I'm okay with it when she know she really didn't want him to come and visit. She should have just told him no on the telephone. She shouldn't have opened the door for him. Get what I'm saying? She should have said no, he can't visit. And she also should have said no at the door. No, you can't come in. Right? The other side is she needed to learn to fight her battles. So we're going to turn it around. She was trying to fight her battles when she was inside the house with him because she is battling with this person. Battling, right? Okay, so let's see. She decided to put him in door 3 jump, her child's father, because she wanted loyal out of him. But he decided he wanted to put her in door 3 junk, in the trash. She was as good as garbage, her and her children, to him when he murdered them. Because he felt she wasn't loyal, because she didn't go along with what he wanted. Or she did something to him, stole something from him, prosecuted against him, or anything like that. Or just didn't let him move in, or romance, or whatever he was mad about. Okay, with her work, she might have got fired because her boss felt she wasn't loyal. If she went and told on her boss because he was sexually harassing her, anything like that. Or she decided to quit her job because her boss wasn't loyal, because he was flirting. Okay, anything like that. She had to look at what was worth the cost as far as her job and not worth her time. But she needed to as far as the children's father. He wasn't worth her time and worth the cause. Okay? She is dealing with a spectrum of some sort, dealing with the child's father, the children's father, how many belong to him. Okay, she is overprotective. But at that time, she was just acting like she is protected. But she needed to be overprotective. She shouldn't have let him in. She shouldn't have said okay for him coming, and she shouldn't have let him in. Okay, so let's just see if I can just get some cards and end it. Let's just see. Okay, let's see. I'm trying to end it because the storyline I got yesterday said that he is going to say he was sorry. And this one today said that he felt he was restricted. He had no way out of a situation. That he was dealing with drug dealers and she stole some money or drugs some type of way and it got him in trouble some kind of way. Or she stole something from him in general, drugs or money himself, from her. Or she stole from her boss, or her boss stole from her by not paying her right money. Or she got raped by a boss, or got raped by a cop, or she got raped by the children's father. I'm trying to take it all kind of directions because she went to an office. Either she was going or she did go, and it was going to be sweet because she was going to take out a lawsuit for the boss of hers, a cop, if something happened with a cop, or the children's father for non-support or for rape, or whatever this might have been. Okay, universe, you know all about it. Stop. Okay, here we go. We got to get a little bit more. Bear with me. I'm noisy. Bear with me. I'm trying to finish it though. Okay, let me finish. This is slow. So we have number 6. Let's put it there. I know she knows all about it. From Miss Cooper. So, dealing with her boss, it was torture somewhat, but she was working for success. If she had a boss who was not paying her right, or a boss who was flirting, fixated on her sexuality, sexual harassment, anything like that, or dealing with, if she dealt with a cop on the road some kind of way, and she got raped any kind of way, she was going to work it for success. Torture me not, okay? Or if she just dealing with her children's father, she was working it for success, and she didn't want to be tortured because he was torturing her. As far as just dealing with him in general, I guess. Or it was torture, period, maybe because she needed child support money or whatever. Or it just was torture that day that he did this to her because something was touched and placed. So I think he stabbed the family, so that's what was touched and placed, okay? A knife. Okay, so she pinpointed it and complained as far as a boss, a ranger, a cop, if she had problems with a cop, or as far as her children's father, with whatever situation you hear me saying. It was a chamber of chaos and negative for her at that time in the house. So they going in a row. Torture me not. He was going to work it for success. He touched a knife and he placed it. He pinpointed it, whatever it was, to complain about something, and it became a chamber of chaos and negative by him because he decided he didn't want to settle for junk. He wanted a joyous occasion with her, but she wasn't trying to give that to him, right? So he was jet setting and it was juicy. So he wanted a joyous occasion and he wanted to have fun with her, where things was going to be juicy. But if we take it to the actual murder of the victims, he made everybody bleed. So that is like a form of that too. I don't know if he was on drugs at the time or something, because that what might have been he is in solitude thinking. Okay, so we have right here, he need to say he's sorry and tell the truth. Say you're sorry. We got 73:37. He was going to start to focus on himself now after all of this happened. He was focusing on himself then too. Let's just see. Okay, so we have Miss Cooper was trying to get to the Milky Way, as far as like maybe have a job and take care of her children. Or he was trying to get to the Milky Way as far as maybe sell drugs or whatever he was up to. Okay, it was dormant behavior. She was holding on for a keepsake, or he was. Okay, he wanted to spring into his life mission like a Leo. He could be a Leo. He could be a fire sign. She could be one. He was going to spring into his life mission. She was as far as work. He was as far as coming to her house and trying to make her do what he wanted or whatever this is. Okay. So we have, he been there because he felt it was harvest time. Okay, so he put her candle out, but he put the children's candle out too because he is full of hatred. So we have right here that she is dealing with, or this person, a symbol, a company, or a logo. They wear, he wear. We got number 9. Okay, so some kind of way she is dealing with some racial abuse and it was hyped up. And that might have been with her boss. But if we take it the other way and deal with her children's father, he thought he was better than her some kind of way. So So if we deal with her boss, it was a company because she worked for somebody over there. If we deal with the cops, you heard me say that would be a symbol because cops wear a shield, right? If we deal with a logo, we can put it over with her child's father, right? Because he might wore a logo at the time, whatever the logo was. Okay, it was some fussing by greenery. It could be house plants or whatever it was. Okay, he was dangerous ever since she met him. So we have right here that she is wondering if it was her fault that she got raped. So if not rape, the real rape, it would mean stolen from. Okay, Miss Cooper, because he is dangerous since she met him. Okay, so we have looking at the structure of it. And her emotions, one is sensitive. So we have, she is branched off and zoned out. Oops. Okay, I need that card. What is it? Bear with me. Try to get this card. Let's see. Okay, I gotta get it. What is this card? Bear with me. Gotta get out. Okay. This. Oh shucks, I got it up in it on. It says number 41. So I don't know how old she was at the time or the person, but it says 41 on this card. Number 1 and number 4. Okay, so let's just see. Oh shucks. All about it. He felt finding his princess he would win, and he considered Miss Coleman. I am so sorry, Miss Cooper, his princess. He would win with whatever he trying to do. If she is prosecuting against him for anything, from rape to child support to anything, he thought he would win if he found her, got close to her, got her to change her mind or whatever it may be, or get her to sell drugs or whatever he wanted. Change her mind about non-support, change her mind about prosecuting with rape or whatever it is that he had a problem with her with, or he just wanted to move in with her, still to solve his problem stuff. Okay. So we have right here that dealing with the copyright, fulfilling the adventure. So he wanted to fulfill his adventure and seal things as far as like maybe get married to her, or he wanted to grow his business some kind of way. So he might have been doing a drug business some kind of way. Or if we deal with her boss over here, she is trying to fulfill her copyright and just have a job with her boss. Okay, let's just flow for a minute. What's she know about it? Okay. Do you even want help? God said, did she even want help? Because the problem was she was too nice. By letting him come there, she was too nice. By opening the door, she was too nice. Because God wanted this person to stay behind. Okay. Do you know all the facts? Do the family know? The law know? All the facts about this case. If she wanted to be non-religious, will she? Because she decided she was gone for good and she got happy, maybe away from this man. Okay, she had to stop lying to herself with this card, and she's going to go have some fun. Maybe he a Virgo, maybe she is a Virgo or Earth sign, act like it, act like a Earth sign. Okay, take a right turn if you plan on doing me wrong. I obligate myself to you. So some kind of way he was coming, trying to get back with her some kind of way. She feeling like if he's going to do her wrong, she wanted him to just go head on. Or he was saying that to her, if you're going to do me wrong. So he wanted her to cultivate things and bring joy to him, because she is tangled up with some G's, a group of people. So the G's would be her children right here, okay? Because she was dating, she had 3 children. And he was another person that made 4. But he was tangled up with G's some kind of way too, wherever he came from. Or when she at work, she tangled up with people, and that would be co-workers, follow me? Okay, so she needed to eat some better foods, good foods, like healthy foods, and do some praying, okay? So she wanted sensitiveness and softness. So we had 24, 42, could be an age or a time, or it could be anything, part of a social door number, license number of one or of the person who's responsible or whatever. Okay, so we had number 14, but it's 41, 4100, 1400, 1000, or whatever. She needs to stay calm. This is a money card. Maybe she is going to get some money. She owed some money, or anything about money. Right? Some 100 stuff. So soon, she had to ask God what her path was. So we have this children's father felt he was left out in the cold. Maybe they live around corals in the water. He had hidden feelings he needed to just say. But she had hidden feelings she needed to say. Just say it. Okay? And this card is, she is around an idiot. A network of them with idiot ways of thinking. And that would be at work. Or he was. So I'm going to leave it with her with work though. So let's just see something. Okay. So okay. Let's see if I can get a little bit more. I'm trying to end this. To end it, universe. I'm trying to end it. Okay. Miss Cooper, tell your story. You said a lot already. God said a lot already. I really want that big prison card, but so far it looks like this person going to be caught. But I want this person to be caught between now and next year, because this person been free long enough. Universe, know about it. Okay. Okay, right in here. Oh, thank you, God. Thank you, God. You wouldn't believe what's in my hand. I just pulled cards out. I didn't want my camera on because I didn't have the best outfit on. But I want to just show you this card. I just want to show this card. I got to show this card. You heard me digging, right? I haven't gotten a chance to take the cards out of my hand. They in my hand. Now I'm just going to let you see, and I'm going to cover it back up again because I don't like the outfit I have on. Now let's let you see what's in my hand. God is good. God is so good. Thank you, God. Let me just open this up. Where's the camera? Here's the camera. Now look what's in my hand. You heard me shake, right? But I haven't gotten a chance to sort these out yet. Look what's on the top. You see that? This a jail card. The one you heard me just talk about. See? Because here's the jail. Look on the back. Boop. There it is. Now that's what I wanted to see. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. God is good. You heard me say I want the jail card. I dug in. I came back out. And look what was on the top. Just like that. I noticed a jail card. God is so, so good. So let me turn it back off. I am just so happy about that. I'm so happy about that, universe. Deep. That's a wrap. It's a wrap. You going down. Down. Come on. Thank you, God. That's the second jail card. He's going down. He's going down. 'Cause she's not around, baby. Your whole world's upside down. Going down. You going down. You going down, sir. Whoever you are. God just brought this card out. Top card. You going down, sir. I just asked God and God gave me this card. Oh my God, I had to turn my camera on for that thing. Oh my goodness. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. You made, oh my goodness, look at this. You made Miss Cooper and her children be in Doomstown. You didn't know how to treasure a life. Deep. Okay. You might have been following her from a distance. I'm trying to end this though. Let's just see. Let me just take some cards out. Bear with me. There's the transporting the drugs again. That came yesterday. That's why I'm saying certain cards from yesterday is coming back out because they part of her story. Tell your story, Miss Coleman. I mean, why do I want to say Coleman? Whose name is Miss Coleman? Okay, Miss Cooper, right? Sorry, Miss Cooper. Forgive me. You in the spirit. Forgive me, Miss Cooper. You know, I mean, well, I'm just trying to get your story out. I'm trying to get your story out so this culprit can get put behind bars. This your children's father. I don't know if you got more than one child's father or not. I feel he's, if you got more than one child's father, he's the father of those twins that you had, those little boys you had. So we can narrow it down, that one right there. Look on the birth certificate or whatever and find out his real name. Because Butch probably is a nickname. Because my brother's nickname is Butch. But my brother have a first name, a middle name, and a last name. And Butch is not one of them. Get my drift. My grandma named him that. So this person got a real name if that's not the person's real name. Look on the birth certificate of those babies and see what it says on there. Okay? To get to this person. Because what father in his right mind wouldn't want to know who murdered his kids? What father would not want to know who murdered his kids? Just sit there and be found with your children was murdered and you don't want to know who did it? That's strange. Oh yeah, you the one did it. That's why you don't want to know. Okay, he is following her from a distance. So we're gonna say he came to where she was. That's the following. Okay. Okay, I'm trying to make this the last one. I'm trying to make this the last one. Okay, he's in his feelings. He wanted to express. God said right here is a warrant gonna come for him to go to jail. Thank you, God. Okay, so we have right here that God wanted her to get out. She is let me see what this says right here. God says get out while you can. He won't love you. But she did get out when she left him. She left him behind, I feel. But some kind of way he found out where she was. Unless she still had the same phone number or whatever this is. Okay, the next one is stepping out in the night light with a sage. So if she wasn't a sage or a fire sign, whatever signs they were. So stepping out just simply mean that he came to her house whenever it was, day or night or whenever it was. This is a night card though, so maybe some kind of way he wanted to stay the night or whatever. Or this would be her boss's card where she work at night. Because it said she worked at night some kind of way whenever she worked. Did he really care? Her boss or the children's father over here? She had deep feelings inside. We got numbers 1003, number 17, number 146. Can be a part of a license or anything. Birthday, license, or whatever. Social, whatever. Phone number. Okay, it was a teaspoon. It was a tablespoon of char. That simply means a little bit of attitude where you get ready to fuss or you are fussing. A lot of money was spent. Bills was piling up. Could be non-support. Her bills piling up. She need money from him or whatever's going on here. So here we got another one. This old bad one though. The ingredients was charred between her and her child's father. That means it got good and ugly in there. And that's when he decided he wanted to murder her. It's burnt up where you don't care about the person. It's just like you cook your hamburgers and they get black inside and out. You can't eat it, right? It's destroyed, right? It's no good, right? You get rid of it, right? So that's what this card means. But he felt this way, or she felt this way about him, or he felt that way because he murdered her and her children. Okay? She is going to show that she can build her future without this man, and she on her fortune. Okay, let's go. He felt like she disrespected him. She saw it with full eyes. She saw what? That it wasn't working between her and him. The child's father here. Limits was sky high for her. Her to go to work and make money or whatever, but he might want her to do some kind of work. He might want her to transport drugs. He might want her to drop some kind of if she had like something out on him, to go to court some kind of way, as far as, like I say, rape. If not rape, child support. If not that, he might want her to sell drugs. It might have been back then some kind of way he had her selling drugs. She might have stole money from him, stole drugs from him back then, or anything like that. If it ain't she did any stealing, he did the stealing, because somebody did the stealing. If it's him stealing her life and her children's life, he stole. Get what I'm saying? It's considered stealing. Or at work, her boss didn't give her all her money, so her boss stole when the boss don't pay you right. Or she stole as far as her boss. However it's flowing. She get along with all races. Follow me? So we have, she is resistant because he was not over there. She needed to tell him the truth, and she might did. It was a sensitive issue. He wanted love, though. Follow me? Her eyes was watering, seeing things in slow motion, because he was going to be her downfall, and he was. She was going to complain when she had him, and when he came down there, he caused chaos because he was her downfall. He murdered her and her children. He was going to go get her. The card says, you'll go get her now, go get him or her. So he was going to go get her, and he went. It might wasn't a Tuesday, but whenever he went, right? So he is going to be the cheerleader. Strike that. God wanted her to be the cheerleader of her own life. She is around something green and flowery. It could be in curtains, tablecloth, clothing, plants, or whatever it might have been. Okay, it was limited light outside, by her job, or in her house. So she is slipping through loosely. Strike that. He was slipping through loosely to get to her. He might have been around the back first, then he came around the front, or whatever, or inside the house. Pray he was slipping through, moving here, moving there, whatever he was doing to get to her. So something happened to motivate her. She was strong. I guess to feel like she didn't need him, she didn't want him, or whatever. So we have right here with some flip words between her, Miss Cooper, and the children's father, because it's the children's father. She had to stop being scared of her feelings, right? Because she never felt like this before in this situation that she had. What's going on here? Torture me not. Don't hurt me. He was torturing her, right? She was crying out. God says right here. She made a gesture about some buffoonery he was talking, or he was talking it. She didn't want to hear it or whatever. So we have right here, she is in her house, her dream house, her house that she liked. But he going to jail. There's the part right there. She wanted to settle her mind, and she wanted to be happy again. He wanted her to wean herself from, strike that. He wanted her to take out time from her studies, because she studied hard. So we're going to say that her job in general, or just being with her kids or whatever, he wanted her to push that to the side up for a little bit so you can spend time with me, or do what I want you to do, or whatever he wanted. Or he wanted her to drop charges if she had some kind of charges against him, child support or whatever this is. He wanted her to get in her feelings with him, right? But this man needed to plant more. Plant more mean put more money in, love, effort, time, consideration what all he needed to put in to make the family a family, or whatever he needed to do, work or whatever. He didn't want to see her ambition. He didn't want to see her worth. So we have right here Miss Cooper to her children. She promised her children a stable home life. She was wondering, was she going to be safe where she lived at? Are we safe here? She was wondering in her mind. She promised her children a stable home life, though. Right? So here he is. Strike that. Here's Miss Cooper as far as her children. She recognized that her children are hers, and she had to promise them a stable home life and take care of them, right? But we have this children's father of hers. He feel like Miss Cooper belonged to him. Okay, so here, this is a mother card. So this could go with Miss Cooper's mother. I hope her name is Cooper. I'm not saying it wrong. Please don't say I'm saying the wrong name. Miss Cooper. I really think it's Miss Cooper, right? Her mother wasn't emotionally available. She wanted her mother when all this stuff was going on. But her mother wasn't nearby her. And the children wanted their mother, Miss Cooper. But she might have been in the other room, and then she came in to protect them. She seen something over a weekend, whatever it was. Miss Cooper, whatever it was, she seen something, whatever it was to see. Follow me? Something was seen, heard, seen, or whatever. Whatever it was, they could get her in trouble. Whatever, right? So here the negative card coming behind it. Let's not mask the smell of foul, because it was foul what was done to Miss Cooper, what was done to her children. Here we go again with it. I see it clear as possible. So she saw something on a weekend that repeated something that happened before, whatever it was, maybe with this child's father. She is overprotective as far as where she lives. Follow me? We got number 12 or number 21 or number 23. Okay, somebody thought she was pretty. Her child's father or the boss or somebody. Okay, she's dealing with her children's father. Is considered her person. Duty calls that she had to deal with him. Right? So we have right here that choosing her first was the best choice. She had to clarify. Right? So she had a house. She was being appreciative of the house that she had. It was sufficient. But she had a job, and she felt that was sufficient. And duty called for her to go to work. But then she might have had a boss who was flirting, fixated on her sexuality, sexual harassment, or anything like that. That might have showed her something on a weekend as far as like being flirting or anything. So let's just say no weapon formed against her, my friend, shall prosper. So this would be where the children's father coming to the house, and he did have a weapon. So I feel she was praying to God when this was going on. So we have, I'm in a poly relationship. Will this work? Dealing with a Bella. So in a poly relationship, will this work? Because some kind of way, somebody she is connected to had another woman or another man or whoever they had her hooked on. Okay? She is dealing with a biller, somebody who she owed money to or who owed her money. Anything like that. The poly relationship could simply just be herself, the bill collector, and her boss. All three of them are hooked together. The billers want their money. The boss got the money she need, and she in the middle. Or actually we dealing with a real poly relationship or a third party situation, because a card in my hand. We got 92. 29, 38, 81, 31, 81, 13, 18, 19, 12, 29. Okay. It was a transport of drugs or infection. So some kind of way she might have got an infection, or her child's father got an infection, or somebody who raped her got an infection, or We dealing with drugs in general. She took some kind of medication. This child's father, hers, was on drugs, period, because it was an addiction card. Or some selling of drugs, anything like that, okay? Yesterday, the HIV card came out. Person going to say the person's sorry, but it's time for this person to be collected. You know when you collect the trash man come and get the trash, right? It's collected, right? It's time for this man to get collected. Get what I just said, right? He was thinking about her, how soft she was, time was going by, but money was pending. So like I said, I don't know if she owed him money. He owed money for child support. She owed money. She stole from him. He stole from her. Or she is waiting for money from her boss. Or she is waiting for money because she took out a lawsuit some kind of way. As far as him, the cops, or her boss, or whatever's going on here. Pinpointing the problem. She wanted equal and fair. So this is a skin card. Either he thought he was better than her or her child's father. Or we dealing with the store owner here. Wherever she worked at. Thought he was better than her. All skin color is different, but all blood is red. She wanted equal and fair. Money was pending. Maybe he owed her money. Her boss at work, protective, or where she worked at also. Okay. So we have what this next card is. She had to get out of circles that kept her stuck and see that her voice had power at work. If somebody sexual harassment, or with this man here, her child's father. Okay, you're in my dreams, or I'm thinking about you. Call me soon. So, as far as her boss maybe flirting, somebody at work flirting, want to be called, thinking about her, or her child's father over here. He wanted to communicate and see her some kind of way. But when he murdered her, he changed his mind about her. When he made that choice, because he was at her house before, because it's a card where you go back to where you came from and you get a key back. So if he never lived at that house with her before, he wanted to come to her house and he wanted a key, anything like that. Okay, let's see. Okay, it was a meeting place. She wore certain clothes, or somebody asked her what kind of clothes she was going to be wearing, and that could be at work. So she might wear certain clothes at work. She had to wear certain kind of clothing. Or if it's not that, somebody that she was hooked to that had a wife or had a woman already, she is hooked to, whoever that is, and it was a meeting place where she is going to meet up with that person, and she wore certain kind of clothing. Okay. We have our children's father. He wanted her house number. He didn't want no inks. He wanted her house number. Where are my kids? Or whatever he's saying. I miss my children. She is antsy at her house. Or she is antsy at a place where she is meeting somebody who was taken. Get what I'm saying? So I'm going different directions with it. Try to keep up with me. What I'm saying. She chose herself because depression don't last for so long in her life. So with her children's father some kind of way back then with him, whenever that was, she was with him, she might have got depressed. It was overwhelming and all. She might have just left him behind. And then she went on about her life like she should have. She might have got a job. She did get a job over here. And she had a job. But eventually she met somebody. But whoever she met had somebody hooked onto the person. And she went to meet this person whenever she went to meet whoever this is. But in the meantime, her child's father wanted to know the house number because he wanted to come visit his kids because he felt like he wanted to see his kids. Okay, so we had this person that got somebody that she was hooked to. Was flirting, pitter-pattering around, flirting with her. But then the children's father came back and he wanted her to give him attention. But God said she needs to drop her ex, and the ex is her children's father because she had to answer a burden because he was a burden. Okay, he called her and he wanted to know if she was free for him to, I guess, come down to visit the kids. Right? And he felt he struck a touchdown because he felt she was free. But she is seeing somebody unless he was hooked to somebody himself, the children's father, and he was trying to have her mess around with him some kind of way. If it's not that, she was seeing somebody separate somewhere, meeting somewhere, anything like that. Or the meeting place would be her house because he came banging at the door. So that would be a meeting place. But I don't think that goes with that. I think this goes with something separate where she was seeing somebody who was taken. And I feel like whoever that was who was taken, she wore a certain kind of clothes to go see the person at the meeting place. Because the person asked her, was she free? And the person felt like he struck a touchdown because she is a single woman. But also the children's father, he wanted to know if she was free as far as can he come see the children. So by her saying yeah, he felt she was free. She didn't have a man in the house, so he thought that I guess he could take charge and, like I guess he used to do or whatever. Because she's a lone wolf, that means no man in there, so he can control, he felt like. Okay, she didn't know the cause of his anger. We got numbers 4, 6, 5, 8. They could be mixed around. She opened the door, right? And she did open her door. Because look at the card I just said before that. She didn't know the cause of his anger. One line it says that he's banging at her door, so it goes with this card. She didn't know the cause of his anger. Then the next card is open the door, right? So evidently he is banging on the door and he probably said what this card say, open the door. She wanted him to care more, I guess, and be decent and nice. So while parking at his car, because he came in the car, he had joy bells. He was happy about when he parked the car and all. But some kind of way, or maybe she was happy. She didn't know maybe what was coming. I really think she didn't. Okay, he wanted playtime to talk business to her. So this should go with her boss, right? Or he might want to talk business if he wanted her to sell something and do something negative, or wanted her to drop a lawsuit, or if she took him to non-support or whatever it is, that would be business, whatever it is, or he wanted romance. She had to be the best queen she could be, God says. So let's just see what else. Okay. She created a monster with her common-law. So I'm going to call him her common-law. This man right here, this children's father, this man right here. He a monster, God says, right? She created a monster with this person, allowing this person to get away with things. Okay, so caress me so tight. He wanted some hugs. Okay, this man got HIV though. He was treating her ugly as stink. So we have that. We dealing with a house, and she had a house, right? A tall building. So maybe the tall building, she had went to a lawyer, she went to a courthouse, she went to a jail, she went somewhere about him, dealing with just a regular house, period, her house. But she captured an opportunity at the lighthouse, and the lighthouse is hospital, rehabilitation, church, drug treatment, and Alcoholics Anonymous. Or he did, one of them. She is going to save some money because she needed some money. But do you love your wife? So some kind of way somebody was with that card. Either he had somebody his own self, or he was talking to somebody on the side who had a wife or something. That's it. So we have right here bulletproof. So the bulletproof is he might have drawn a gun some kind of way, or if he didn't draw a gun any kind of way, he just was trying to tear down her emotions, her self-esteem, and just make her feel miserable inside as a woman. He made sure that So she was gonna open up a jar to celebrate. She might have a cookie jar at her house. She might have had a cookie jar for the kids. She was gonna open up something, because I saw the juicy card not too long ago, something to drink. It don't have to be whiskey or nothing. It could have been juice or anything, soda or anything like that. Okay? Or he might have opened up something himself, because he was happy that he was coming. So when he was banging, he might was drunk. He might was drunk instead of being angry. He might was drunk. I don't know for sure here. It was time for her to move on, and she did when she went the way she went and left him behind, because he was taking her for a joke. He is running over her, pretty much, right? So we here with this card there. She's wishing for a good decision, but God said she's hand in hand with the enemy, and we all know, God and all of us know, he was the enemy because he murdered her and her children. This next card says that he is a Pied Piper. This man had a lot going on, but he has a dangerous love for her, somebody she cared about, but he was dangerous, and we saw how dangerous he was because he murdered her and her kids. So this man had HIV, so I don't know why. So if he wasn't just drunk at the door, he was actually angry, because the card did say, one of the cards said that the person was outside or inside walking angry. That's an upset card when you're angry, hot and upset. I don't care how upset he is. He shouldn't have did what he did. It's time for him to go down, though. It's time for him to go down. It's time. 20 years? People been in jail for 20 years, and he been out here free for 20 years? This man think he got it. He didn't got it. Man, he probably said, Dad, I was able to get away from that. Get away with that all this time, and nobody punished me. Yeah, he feeling good about that, but these cards saying that he gonna be caught. So that's all we need is the law to find him. Look on the children's birth certificate and find out what the father's name is, because evidently that name is a what you call it? That name is a nickname. So if he's not the father of her children, he is a man that she last was going with or something. Or he a drug dealer guy or somebody. He's somebody. And somebody knows something. And you got to start with the child's father, because I keep coming that way. The children's father. Because God says common law. Somebody she had history with, and I'm taking it to the children's father. I'm trying to end it now. It's cold down here, so it might have been cold. He was real cold. We know he's real cold because he murdered her and her children. He didn't have no kind of compassion, so he shouldn't get any compassion. He stay in jail until he leave this earth. He didn't have any compassion. He didn't have none. Not one shred of compassion. Not one. It's time. God says time. It's time for him to go down. You're going down, 'cause she's not around, baby. Your whole world's upside down, going down. You going down. I see 2 jail cards. I just saw 2 jail cards. You going down. Okay, I'm going to try to end it now. I need an end card though, Lord. Give me an end card, Miss Cooper. Miss Cooper. I hope I haven't been saying the name wrong the whole time. I can't do it over again. It's the 3rd time I'm doing it. I mean, it's the 2nd time. I don't want to do it over. So if I'm saying the name wrong, please forgive me. I'm just not going to do it over. It's too many times. I hope I'm saying it right. Miss Tammy. I'm going to say the first name then. Miss Tammy. I don't want to really call you Miss Tammy. I want to say your last name. Miss Cooper, Miss Tammy. Okay. I'm going to see if I can see Miss Tammy or anything. Or she can tell me something. Maybe she know all about it. Miss Tammy. Tell me something. Tell me something. Tell me. What is it? There's one more. Stop. In here. I'm trying to end it. I'm trying to end it because I made it really long. Person could be a earth sign, fire sign, or earth sign, Capricorn, Leo, Sagittarius, Virgo, anytime. So let's just flow a little bit. Let me see if I can hear Miss. See if I can hear Miss. Let me see if I can. Anything for us, Miss Tammy. Miss Tammy. Miss Tammy. Let's just see. Do you have a hat on? A little straw on the side of it. Oh my goodness. What's wrong with him? It's like, because I think she was stabbed in the children, and I'm actually picturing him stabbing. I'm shocked I don't see the sadistic card. It might have came out yesterday. I got it. The sadistic card got to come out. I was trying to hear if Miss Tammy tell me something, show me something, tell me something, show me something. He wanted Miss Tammy, Miss Cooper, to indulge in something she no longer do. If it sell drugs, if it just be with him or whatever, she don't do it no more. Simple as that, mister. You can't make somebody do what you want them to do. You think you are. Okay, let's put on. I'm trying to end it now. Okay. Let me push you all about it. See, there's a rape card again. There's a rape card right there. That's the third rape card that went on my table. Miss Cooper was raped some kind of way whenever in her life. By somebody. Here's a disrespectful card right here. He wanted her to indulge with him and whoever else, some people, Wonderland of the lost souls, or sinful people, street people, devilish people, whoever these people are, wanted her to disrespect herself. What is it? I'm scared. Here she is. I'm scared. Oh, so you can call somebody. Let's just flow a little bit. Let me just get these off the table so I can end this for Miss Cooper. He is going to make himself feel better and do what make him feel good by murdering her. But she is going to do what make her feel better. But God told Miss Cooper, don't settle for the okie doke, Miss Tammy, because he said he needed something. If not shoes, he wanted something from her. Okay, he is mouthy. Or she was. What you going to do about it? He wanted her to know what she is going to do about something, or will she do something? Or he showed her what he was going to do about it. Get what I just said? God said no loafing around. No loafing around. It was time for her to change house. Move from that house or get him out of her house. Anything like that. So we have, what is this one? Believe what you wish. I'm making a change. See, she was making a change. She didn't want to do things that she used to do. I cry for you and know you are mine. The power to hold on is slipping. This would be him trying to grab onto her. Okay, so make her go backwards. There was some defeat and some choice words fussing. So we here right here with some fear drops because it was some downsizing. Right? Downsizing mean that she left him behind. Downsize. Or she needed to change house because her rent was too high. Whatever was going on here. She has a caterpillar, but she needed to bend forward. So we have right here that try me if you dare. So he said try him if she dare. They might have been eating food, one of them. He made a threat to her some kind of way. So we have looking at something superficial around green leafy foliage in the house, greenery in the house or outside of the house. So we have that can we be friends? And she couldn't be friends with him. She had to cut it like God told her and manifest her desires, right? A fresh life, a fresh love or whatever, right? So she's looking at things. She need to look at things in color, not in black and white, because it was fuzzy, because it became tension time because she didn't look at things in color. Because if she looked at it in color, she wouldn't have let him come there. She wouldn't have opened her door. Because when she opened her door, she didn't think it was going to be too bad by opening the door. That means you unsure, evidently. You don't know who you're dealing with. In color, she would know who she's dealing with. That by him banging on the door like that, he was a ticking time bomb and I don't need to open the door. Okay? She had no more time for that. Here he is. Don't try me. So we got him 2 times threatening her. Okay? She can't be ashamed of what is true. She's wondering who she was back then when she was dealing with this man, whenever it was, right? She didn't want no smoke with him, no trouble, no problems at her house. Follow me? So she had to pay attention to her visions and her dreams. God says that this person she's connected to was half good, half bad, like a Gemini, right? Okay, this person wanted his needs met, this father of her children, but it was abuse, God says. So her life is, his life was his own, and she didn't want him forcing his life on her, what he wanted to do or what he was doing in his life. Temperatures was rising where he was fussing because he was trying to make her go backwards. Working in the healthcare industry or working with seniors would be her path, God says. So we have right here that he was worried about losing his job or losing her. So he's worried about losing her and losing his job some kind of way. So unless we dealing with this person, whoever it is, that if she's meeting somebody on the side or whoever this is at a meeting place and she got pregnant by somebody, follow me? Or if it's anything like that, she got pregnant by somebody and anything like that, because her children's father shouldn't be worrying about losing his job. Because this card means that you're afraid you're going to lose the woman or whoever you got and lose your job, right? So it takes me to whoever it was. If it was somebody else, whoever she is seeing in the middle or whoever that is, who it was a meeting place who had somebody else, that person would be afraid of losing his job and losing not Miss Cooper, but losing whoever the woman he had. So if he got Miss Cooper pregnant, he would be worrying about losing the person he had, his wife or whoever he had, plus losing his job. So we're going to say losing the job is paying child support. Follow me? So let's just see if it's not her children's father over here. So let's just flow the original one. I'm fighting my feelings, but I want to let them rise. Give me a reason why I should take you back. So this would be Miss Cooper. Give me a reason why I should take you back. I'm fighting my feelings, but I want to let them rise. So her soul was crying out for a conclusion. Also his. So it was agencies and jobs and all, but she feel they don't own the earth. Okay, so she had a blank look on her face, or the child's father. She had to see what is next. What is next? Tearing each other down. She is going to get up. Rape took her here sexually. So rape took her there sexually to be a certain kind of way. Okay? So she is annoyed by the pandemic. So during that time, it wasn't a pandemic. So I'm going to say with that card that she was annoyed by maybe not getting a lot of work, or she is annoyed about something that was repeating. So if we're dealing with child support and the children's father, whatever different things he might have been repeating over and over, not doing right or whatever. So we have right here that somebody wanted her to do, and it would be her children's father, be a part of a group of people that God didn't want her to be mixed up in. Something that she did before, though, I feel. That she would lose respect for herself if she do it. Street people, devilish, sinful. God says that she could call somebody. Now do it. But she was scared. So during that time period in the house when he was banging, she could call somebody, get what God's saying. Go to the phone and call somebody, the law or something, so the law could get there. And by the time she opened the door, they should be on their way coming. But she was scared. Get what the card's saying. Okay, so what is this? Did I say these already? Let's see. I didn't say these yet. No, I didn't. Okay. So she wanted to invite in a fresh emotion and welcome in a flow of love. Because she said bye-bye baby, and she went to another city or state. And she did. When she went there, she got away from this man. Okay, so we had she wanted to make him an absolute memory when she left him behind. But then he decided to make Miss Cooper and her children an absolute memory. Suspenseful. So we have right here, he wanted her to indulge in something she used to do. But she didn't want to lay off. She was saying she don't want him. So we have right here with the color cards. So the color cards are usually a person of another race, but they could be somebody just think they better than you. I'm happy with my life no matter my color. It could be something with work, or a ranger on the street, or a cop on the street, or it could just go with her children's father, who thought he was better than her some kind of way. But he needed to see what was troubling him, if it was a boss, if it was a cop on the street, or if it was her child's father. Okay? Okay. She need not over talk with this person, right? Because he wanted to stay for dinner some kind of way at nighttime. Or she had somebody in the middle she was talking to, meeting some kind of way, who was taken, that wanted to have dinner and eat with her some kind of way. But she need not overkind. God saying don't do too much. Don't give too much. Don't do too much. Don't say too much. Right? So we have right here that she wanted to know what somebody's bringing to the table. If it's the children's father, she wanted to know what he's bringing to the table. Or he was trying to tell her what he was going to bring to the table because he was trying to come back in her life. Anything like that. But she needed to sing when she was mad. If it was a job, the boss wanted to know what she's bringing to the table, what talent she had, what skills she had. Get what I'm saying? Or in a relationship in the middle with somebody that she is meeting, who had somebody, that person, she might was looking to see what he was bringing to the table, because why would she be hooked to him? Okay, so we have right here that she wanted love and treatment from any of these people, but these people wanted love and treatment from her. Somebody in the middle who wanted to see her, who had somebody, her boss, and the children's father, right? Okay, we have right here that he was good and hot, and ducking wouldn't help her inside their house, okay? She is trying to distinguish something because it was horrible, because she rose to the occasion given to her to beat him at his own game as far as situation. But he beat her at her own game, whatever it was. She was a mother right here. I don't know if she was slim. I don't know if her hair was brown, but she was a mother. There's a mother card. They back to back. He rose to the occasion to beat her at her own game, and she was a mother. Card before that was horrifying, distinguishing. He was good and hot, and ducking wouldn't help her. She needed love and treatment. All of them coming in a row. You heard me saying, right? So things would be starting to look good for him now, because he wanted to go home So he wanted to come to her house, I guess. Or he wanted her to come back to where they came from. Or he wanted to come to her house and move in. Anything like that. But he might want her to go back because he wanted her to do some kind of job she used to do. Or anything like that, maybe. So we got 5 God's number of voice. So let's just throw the universe, you know all about it. So we hear right here that I miss you so much. So he was saying he missed her. 2 hearts that beat to find each other. Okay. So we can take this to Miss Cooper, to her existing children that she have left. I miss you. 2 hearts that beat to find one another. I miss you. Okay. She is chilling. Or this children's father was chilling. He was trying to figure out how to fix it. After he did what he did, she had to beware of cheaters and make sure it was just her. So in work, she had to make sure that her boss wasn't a cheater, not give her money. A man in the middle who she was seeing on the side some kind of way, who had somebody, he was a cheater because he was married or he had a woman. Or this one over here, her children's father, he could have had somebody too, or he just was a cheater as far as like wasn't treating her right, period. Okay, so he wanted her to be his lifeboat, the children's father over here, because he wanted her to come back to something she used to do, selling drugs or whatever it is he wanted her to do. Whatever, something devilish, something that God wouldn't approve of. Okay, whatever it is, right? He wanted her to come back to it. He wanted her to be his lifeboat where he can make money off of her. Or he wanted to move in her house some kind of way because he still was trying to make money off of her. Or if she filed for non-support, he still needed her to come his way so she could drop it. Get what I'm saying? Because that would save him from dishing out money. So it was shortcuts taken to get to her house some kind of way. Or some kind of way inside the house he was maneuvering, going this way, that way, or whatever he was doing. Okay? So we got a lot of paperwork as far as the court system, non-support, or whatever it might be. Filing for rape, filing for a lawsuit as far as the boss harassed her some kind of way. Harassed her, she might have took that to court or was going to take that to court. Or child support she might was going to give for her kids from the father, or if she was raped some kind of way by the child's father, or if she was raped by a cop out there, a ranger out there on the road some kind of way, she was going to take out a lawsuit that kind of way. Anything like that, any of it requires paperwork. Or she was just going to read the Bible. 401. Okay, because he wasn't valuing others. The children's father. Follow me? Or if she is raped by a cop on the road some kind of way, he wasn't valuing her. Her boss wasn't valuing her if he was trying to flirt with her. And also the man in the middle, if he was cheating on his person he had with her, he wasn't valuing her. But it was time for her to wake up and see what any of these situations. So this is the last card. I think I'm going to end it with this. God said, did she play a part in what happened to her? And it means yes. Because she said yes to him coming. But she couldn't control him coming. He asked for the house number. The cop didn't ask for a house number. Her boss didn't ask for it because really all that goes on the application. This man, her children's father, asked for it, the house number. He didn't want no ain'ts. What is your house number? I want to come see my children. I miss my children. I want to be the extension to my children. See, that's why I keep saying a father, because those 2 cards, they go with a father or a mother that's absent. God said, did she play a part? Yes, she did, because she gave him her house number. She let him come over, but she still didn't know he was really angry, probably real angry. She knew he probably wanted to talk maybe about non-support or whatever he wanted to talk about, but she might didn't know he was angry to the point he was murder her and her kids. She played a part when she opened the door instead of going calling the cops when he was banging like he was banging. She should have called the cops first, waited, and if he kicked the door, let him kick the door in instead of opening it for him. So God's saying she played a part because she did that much. She opened her door up for him. So that's how he got in. He didn't break it down. She opened it. And she got to wear that shoe. All of us play a part in things that happen because we put ourselves somewhere, we say something, we go somewhere, or whatever it is, whatever it may be. If it's knowingly or unknowingly, get what God's saying. So far it looks like the children's father, the twins, those children there. I feel like it's those children there. So, okay, so let's see. Is there anything else, Lord? Because I'm gonna put an end to it. Okay. Okay, God say 10 more. Let's go 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, that's it. That's a wrap. Okay, so here we go. Let's see what this is. Let's just see. Okay, he wanted to mend it together because she had put it in but she wanted to put it in the trash. And that is the relationship. She didn't want it back. She didn't want him back or whatever he is talking about, what she used to do with him. She didn't want that. Or, like I said, she took out, she went to court or some kind of way, an agency about him. And he wanted her to get rid of it, put that in the garbage, cancel it or whatever he wanted. He wanted to mend things with her, but evidently it wasn't working. So he put Miss Tammy and her children in the sewer. That means he made them as good as trash. He murdered them. Get what I'm saying? He put an end to them. Okay, do it matter? Because she wanted to know, did he love her? And we all see that he didn't love her because of what he did. And she got to see that when he was doing what he was doing, that he did not love her. God said she had to accept it, try harder and love her business when she left this person behind. He's supposed to stay back there. Okay, he wanted to bring back tomorrow. That simply means in this storyline that he wanted to make it like it used to be between him and her. You know when your boyfriend or your whoever you have say, come on, let's try to give it another chance. Get what I'm saying? I'll change. You know when they say things. That's what this card means. He wanted things to be like it used to be. But he wanted things to be like it used to be because he wanted her to do some things that she used to do. And she wasn't trying to do that. So we have right here, he couldn't control himself in his own skin. And we all know that because he murdered all 4 people. He was an animal. He was destructive. He was like one of the wild animals in the forest that don't have no kind of control. That's what he was like. She might like fashion or he might like dressing up. I don't know. Okay. So he is calling her some kind of way about her work ethics. He is calling her because he was trying to get her to come backwards and do what she used to do. Whatever that was. Follow me? God said if she did that, she was going to be moving on to rougher matters if she went backwards. We got number 18, number 81, number 9. So here he is. He took his shot and he was plunging in with a knife or whatever they said, however he murdered Miss Tammy and her kids. Next card is God says she is coupled off with Satan. She just wanted peace, but she is coupled off with Satan and she didn't even know it at first. And the last card is right here. Was her leaders her God? Was she molded to a religion? So instead of saying a religion, was she molded to some rules? A set of rules somebody gave her. Was her leaders her God? That means cops, judges, lawyers, her father, her husband, whoever it is, who tried to give her any rules. Was they her God or was God her God? So he was acting like he was in control, like he was her leader to control her, right? So God's saying it right here. Was she molded? where she had to follow behind what this man told her. He made rules and she's supposed to follow it. Because she was coupled off with Satan. God said he took his shot. He plunged in to take his shot. And he is Satan. God said she's coupled off with Satan. And that's what Satan do. Kills, destroy, and steal, right? He stole the children's life and Miss Tammy's life. He destroyed, stole it, and he killed. Get what I'm saying? He did all of it because he wanted her to go backwards. So I'm going to leave it right here. So the children's father, we got to find out, look on a birth certificate or anything as far as the children's father. Because that name right there is probably the nickname of this man, not his real name. It could be his real name, but what my brother's name is that, and that's not my brother's real name. My brother got a real name to him, right? My brother is deceased now, the one I'm telling you about, but my grandma, I think, gave him that nickname, but he has a real name, first and middle name, and Butch is not it, but Butch is my brother's nickname my grandma gave. So that's what I'm saying. This man here, this might not be his real name. It might just be a name that somebody gave him, one of his family members. But he probably got whatever his real name is. You got to look on the children's birth certificate and look and see who their father is. Because if the father of the children haven't in 20 years went to the police station and tried to get the police to find out who murdered his children, that's a red flag right there. Because what man don't want to know if he got any kind of relationship with his kids or love his children? Wouldn't want to know if somebody murdered his kids? He don't want to know who did it? He don't want to throw the book at him? Okay, this is the Brass Love One Healer Tarot 9 here on YouTube. This is a storyline reading for Miss Tammy Cooper. At the time it was Texas, 2024. I'm so sorry, 2004. Because it was 20 years ago. I saw her story yesterday earlier go down my feed, and I asked God, as far as do a reading, I did one yesterday, but I pressed the button and I wound up making it go up, so I had to do it today, but it changed up a little bit today, but still some of the cards came back in. So the focus yesterday, the father card came out, but the father card didn't come out today, but it came out yesterday. So everything still gears with the father. So the father of the children, the father of those youngest kids is what the focus is. So if all of them had the same father, it's the same father. But those younger kids are the one I'm focused on a whole lot. But anyway, as far as the father, whoever this father is to the kids. So get his name, find out what his name is, look on a birth certificate or whatever, and go from there. Because it's time for him to get put in jail, because the card came out that he gonna say he's sorry and he's going to jail. So I got 2 jail cards that came out for him, and he's saying he's sorry, he felt restricted. So it's just time for, time for it to end. It's time for him to go to jail. It's time for her remaining children to know who murdered their mother. It's time for him to pay for the lives that he took away for his own selfish reasons. It's time. He been living his life, having a good time. Might have had I don't know how many kids. But if his children, if he have any, and his wife, if he had one, would know what kind of person, monster that he was, they would be shocked probably, because he probably turned his whole life around. But I don't care if he did or not. It's time for him to pay the piper. It's time to pay, because God wants justice. This channel is about spiritual justice. God going to get it from him. And I want the Lord to dig in and get it from him also. Put the cuffs on and take him in. This is the Brass Love One Healer Tarot 9 here on YouTube. This is for February 1st, 2025. I'm going to put it on early, but it's for next year, okay?